Breaking new details right now. The GBI just confirming a man is dead following an incident with law enforcement overnight. Multiple agencies are on the scene in Decatur. Mara Siriani joining us live with more details. And Mara, looking at the GBI's tweet just moments ago, they're calling this an officer-involved shooting?
They are, Sheba. We have just confirmed that as well, and it all stemmed from a reported kidnapping call in Chamblee. We've actually moved to the other end of the scene. Let's zoom in here and show you. We've shown you some pictures there. It looks like they're on the railroad tracks here, standing at West Howard and North McDonough. And the GBI says that agents are investigating at the request of Chamblee police. So they say that earlier this morning, Chamblee PD officers were again responding to a 911 call with a report of a kidnapping. Authorities say as a result, one man is dead. No officers are injured, and that is all we know. Again, still working to piece this together. But again, a very heavy police presence in Decatur. Several different agencies, including the GBI, on scene here, who have just confirmed to us this is in fact an officer-involved shooting. So if you're in the area of Decatur this morning, specifically West Howard Avenue between North McDonough and Commerce, and then again on West College Avenue between South McDonough Street and Adams Street, that is where you're going to see road closures this morning to traffic. A lot of people out exercising and running this morning being turned away from this area. You see the crime scene tape. Again, just to recap quickly, this was a reported kidnapping call that led to an officer-involved shooting. It started in Chamblee, ended here in Decatur. We are kind of at the scene where it looks like we could be receiving updates later this morning. If we learn anything new, we will update you, but that is a significant update coming in within the past few minutes.
Yeah, huge update there, Mara. Thank you.